Hello, Buchanan, crystal tear here. God bless you, God keep you. I'm back again. Woo! Let me speak from my heart so I can tell the truth. Because if I speak from my head, I would tell a lie. Hey, I'm glad you all are with me. 3/27/2018, 4:49 p.m. Well, anyway, I'm a little perturbed. I'm gonna come to you for real where I'm at. I'm close because to the screen because I'm gonna have to take and go into some scripture. Today is going to be the topic is going to be praying for your enemies. Praying for your enemies and mine. I'm hesitating because I didn't want to come out and just say, but I'm angry. Woo! I prayed before I started. So I always pray. So, yeah. I was going to talk about something else, and you know I'm a last-minute person, but Tuesday comes up so fast, and I will be changing this soon. But anyhow, what occurred, somebody talked about me. Yes, they did. Woo, Lord Jesus. The wound is fresh. So I was trying. Now, I don't like coming at nobody angry. You know what I'm saying? But believe me, you know, I was praying last night. I got to pause for a minute because I don't want to just go into no, you know, I'm not going into no rage about it. But when I do start, believe me, Lord Jesus. Anyway, let's get it over with because I don't want to be long. But shall we begin? So, So, last night, I was talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to a friend on the phone. Hello. And, and they told me what a person said and what they said about me. My mother said if a dog carry a bone, he will bring a bone. Which means if somebody's telling you something that somebody said, then more than likely they said something about you too. Which I did find out. They said something good, but this person said something that, you know what I'm saying? It was true, but you said it behind my back, but you're not equipped enough to say it to my face. So that's all good. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, before I go all the way into this, because once I start, I'm going to keep going. And I don't want to forget. I want to thank my cousin. You know, I don't know if they'll hear this or not, but I want to thank my cousin Selena, my cousin Sheena. They invited me to my cousin Selena. She turned 21. And wow, time is flying. Time is flying so fast. You know, I remember when she was a little girl. And now she's a woman. So God bless her. And she went out and heard and had a nice time. I believe she went out. And there's nothing like turning 21. 16, you like, I'm ready to drive. But 21, oh my God. Woo, Lord Jesus. But anyway, God bless her. And I thank her and her mother and family for inviting me to dinner. And my cousins, they all cooked. And I mean, it was delicious. Cabbage, greens, chitlins, and potato salad, chicken wings. I mean, all of it. You know, my cheap food. So, you know what I'm saying? It was wonderful. It was beautiful for someone to invite me. So, I love it when somebody invite me to something because I'm on somebody's mind. I'd rather be on somebody's mind than, to be on the grave diggers list. So, let's get into this. Let's do it. Praying for your enemies. Woo! I heard that this person, you know what I'm saying? He came back and said some things about me. I mean, if you're gonna talk about me to a person that's my friend, I care about my friend, but I wish that you would have had the audacity to come to me and tell me where the person's there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you said what? Oh, wait a minute. Let me call her on the phone. Tell her what you said. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I like to do it. If you're going to say something about me, say it to my face. You know what I'm saying? Say it to the phone. Text it to me. Let me hear what they said. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I laughed when I heard it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't, I began to let that roll off my back. You know what I'm saying? Like water off a duck's back, as they say. Because if you're talking about me, then that means I'm alive and I'm doing something good. I'm doing something that you had it in there. And to be honest with you, really what it was is that you were jealous. It was a jealousy thing. But like I said, I'm not going to get deep into that. But that's what it was about. You jealous because I moved on and you're not a person that served any interest to me anyway. But you don't want to see a person happy. Did you hear me? The whole thing boils down to it is that you don't want to see another person happy. So rather than come to me and tell me about your little grievance that you have with me, you'll go back and say it to somebody else and say it in front of other people where they could hear it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Old school would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have either called them up, I would have went and confronted them. But let the devil dance, because he's not going to dance always. That's why I love Shirley Caesar's song, Satan, they're going to tear your kingdom down. And I often play that. And when I play that, it means somebody did something bad, some politics or something's going on crooked. And I'm just, guys, getting ready to break it down. So anyway, I'm going to get into it, and then I'm going to tell you what you should do and what you should not do. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, 2 Samuel 5:17, verses 17 through 19. David inquired of the Lord, will you give them into my hand? And the Lord said, yes. And he's talking about his enemies. Will you give my enemies into my hand? So when you have enemies, you pray. You pray for them. You pray for yourself. Ask God, what should I do? What should I not do? What should I not say? So that's one of the verses. Also, Psalms 22, verse 16. For dogs are all around me. A company of evildoers encircle me. My hands and my feet have shriveled up, wrinkled, constricted. I got so many people around me, so many haters around me, people that want to kill me, people that want to cause me harm, that I'm withdrawing. I feel like I'm in bondage. That's what he's saying right there. Yeah, been there, done that. I almost was there last night. Also, Psalms 41, verse 5. My enemies wonder in malice when I will die and my name perish. Have you ever been there? You walk up on a person and you know they don't like you, and the expression on their face is just saying everything. They don't even need to talk. Sometimes I just wish that the people that dislike me, I wish the words would just float above their head, like in Charlie Brown or something, in the funniest paper, like in the funniest paper, the little cartoons, or in a comic book, how the words just float over their head what a person's thinking. That's the way I wish it would be. Because I hate being in my head knowing that you don't like me. But it's so beautiful and such a blessing to be assured. That's my enemy. That's my enemy. That's my enemy. Woo! That would be great. Also, a prayer concerning enemies. Matthew chapter 26, verses 57 through 67. Those who had arrested Jesus took him to Caiaphas, the high priest. And that's when they had accused Jesus of being, they had accused Jesus of offending them, and therefore they wanted to take his life. But Jesus said, forgive them for the things they do. We know that. Easter's coming up, so we know that. So we see how Jesus handled his enemies. So also, those are some positive prayers. I had to do your enemies. And like I said, you see how Jesus did it, how he often did it when people came against him. You know, either he would say something to them with words. You know, who the man? They said, who are you? Are you trying to say that you Jesus Christ, the Son of God? You God? Are you saying that? He said, no. He said, who do men say I am? Answer a question with a question. Who do men say I am? Who you say I am? Who is I? So those are some positive ways of handling and dealing with your enemies. You know how I do. I'm gonna give you some. I'm learning to give you the papers. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures, the papers, the scripture, and then I go free out. Okay. In my studies, I was like, okay, you know, God leads and guides me as I go, and so all of a sudden I came up on what people call, especially I guess scholars, they call a wicked prayer. And it's called a prayer of vindication and a prayer of vengeance. You know who prayed that prayer, don't you? Yeah, prayer. David prayed, he prayed, I'm back. Sorry for the little interruption, but you can't tell since I'm not live. But I had to pause for a minute. Oh, Lord Jesus. So anyway, we was talking about Psalms 109, the vindictive prayer that a lot of people don't, and a lot of pastors don't want to discuss. But let me go deep into it, and believe me, I just got fed a little fuel. So let's rip this. 1 Samuel 24, verses 3 through 7 is what we're going to discuss. And it says this. He came to the place, talking about Saul. He came to the place where the sheep were kept. The way they were was a cave there. And Saul went in to get rid of his body waste. Now David and his men were sitting farther back in the cave. Verse 4, David's men said to David, you know how you get somebody in your ear? You know, you remember back in the day when you went to school and your friends would say, knock the stick off of their shoulder. Now, knock the stick off your shoulder. Ooh, he knocked the stick off your shoulder. Ooh, she knocked the stick off your shoulder. You remember that? So your friends agitating and instigating. David's men said to David, see, this is the day the Lord told you. See, I am about to give the one who hates you into your hand. You will do to him what you think is best. Then David got up and cut off a piece of Saul's clothing in secret. After this, David felt guilty in his heart because he had cut off a piece of Saul's clothing. Verse 6. So he said to his men, may the Lord not let me put out my hand against my leader, for he is the Lord's chosen one. David stopped his men with these words. He did not let them go against Saul. So Saul stood up and left the cave and went on his way. He stood up, so we know what he was doing in the cave. But let's go back. I love this part right here when he said, they told him, see, this is the day the Lord told you. And the Lord told him, said, this is the person that hates you, so you do what you will with them. You do what you think is best. That's how powerful it is. God told him. God told David, you could do what you think is best, mean how you want to handle him. You could kill him, cut him. You could do all kind of things to him because he hates you. You are my chosen as well as he's my chosen. And I think that's beautiful. You know, that's beautiful. That's 1 Samuel 24. Psalm 109, the vindictive thing, the comparison I want to make is this, and then I'm going to close out. In 1 Samuel 24, David had an opportunity to kill Saul. We're going to freelance right here real quick. David had an opportunity to kill Saul, but he didn't. But I like that God had given David the power that he could have took his life because Saul was looking to kill him over some he say, she say stuff. He didn't hear nothing himself. He just went by what somebody told him. David killed 1,000 and all that he's better than you and you weak. And he took that and he went with it. He let that envy and jealousy and that ego maniac stuff rip at him, and he fed his spirit with him. Therefore, the devil tree, the devilness entered his body and it started leading him. And he pushed God out and he pulled Satan in. That's what happened with that. This phone don't never go off until now, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, that's what occurred there. What I want to point out now is over in Psalms 109. The vindictive prayer. And I'm reading that NLV New Life Version. I like the New Life Version of the Bible. It's uncomplicated. I like that. And I use Bible Gateway. I appreciate them. They're blessed, and I love Bible Gateway. Speaks to my soul. And it starts like this. And I'm just going to give you a few of the verses. I'm going to do verses 1 and verse 5, and then we'll go toward the end. My God, whom I praise, do not remain silent, for people who are wicked and deceitful have opened their mouths against me. They have spoken against me in lying tongues with words of hatred. They surround me. They attack me without cause. In return for my friendship, they accuse me. But I am a man of prayer. They repay me evil for good and hatred for my friendship. Hello, that's what the do. That's what the evil person did to me. Play like my friend. Smiling in my face. But really, you mad because I don't want to be with you. So you're going to go behind my back and talk about some personal matters that I discussed with you because, hello, like David said, you repaid me evil for good and hatred for my friendship. So let's go where everybody wants to talk about how David did vindictive prayer. So David said to his enemy, he said, may a creditor seize all he has. May strangers plunder the fruits of his labor. May no one extend kindness to him. I take pity on his fatherless children. May his descendants be cut off. I'm reading from verses 11, and we're going to go down a little bit to 15 and stop. May his descendants be cut off, their names blotted out from the next generation. May the iniquity of his fathers be remembered before the Lord. May the sin of his mother never be blotted out. May their sins always remain before the Lord, that he may blot out their name from the earth. Verse 15. Let's go down here and wrap this up. Verse 30. With my mouth I will greatly exalt the Lord in the great throng of worshipers. I will praise him. Verse 31. For he stands at the right hand of the needy to save their lives from those who would condemn them. Now that was Psalms 109. And have you ever been there? That's all I can say. Have you ever been there? I've been there numerous times. And I could be there now, except that I know the grace and the mercy of God, the goodness of God. I know that God will fight your enemies and he will fight your battle if you sit still. And sometimes even though you sit and you still got to pray, you can't just do nothing. You got to pray. But so I don't have a problem. I don't know. Maybe, you know, like I said, I read as I was studying this, that a lot of people have a problem. You know, how come David's talking that vindictive stuff when he's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, a man of God? He shouldn't be saying that. People can hurt you so bad and talk about you when you supposed to be their friend. You thought they were your friend. You thought they loved you. You thought they cared about you. You thought they were for you. You thought they had your back. And in reality, they was ready to stab you in your back. And if you turned around real slow, they would have stabbed you in the front. Now, because you know if you turn around real fast, they think you're ready to get them back. So you got to turn around real slow because by that time they cavalry. They're going to stab you because they sneaky. That's what you call a sneaky person. I call that sneaky hatred. You know, you're not man or woman to say something to a person's face. I at least go to one of their loved ones, somebody that you hopefully really love you, and say this or that. This person's doing something wrong. Or else you so vindictive. You can't come to a person and say, you know what, I don't like what you're doing. Since you don't want to be with me and you want to be with somebody else, then I'm a slander your name. I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to tell your personal secrets. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hate on you. That's keeping it real because that's what you did. That's what you did. But you know what? I don't have a problem with the vindictive prayer because I'd rather that the powerfulness of this prayer and what people are missing out on is that what he did was he spoke to God from his heart. Don't come. Everybody want to be fake. That's what's wrong with a whole lot of preachers and stuff now. Everybody want to be fake. Oh, I'm going to talk about homosexuals. I'm going to talk about a whole lot of drinking. I'm going to talk about crack. I'm going to talk about this, that. When in reality, you're doing it yourself. Anytime you get a person always open their mouth talking about what they hate. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate that. 9 out of 10 times, every time you turn around and look, they doing it themselves. I almost cussed, but I did. But you know it. And think about it. All the preachers and stuff running around talking about, oh, I hate this or that. What was they doing? Smoking crack or doing homosexuality practices. Come on with it. You know. Like I said, though, man. You know, I don't have a problem. I do not have a problem with Psalms 109. I love Psalms 109. I've been there. I've been there and started before. Ready to God kill them the way they did me. Took and played on me. Every time I look around, I'm trying to have a car. And turn around, you're going to dog me like that. I got people and neighbors and stuff that don't even like me and hate me because of my skin color. Ain't been nothing but mean and evil to me. Yet I look at them and they still driving. And I'm walking up and down the street. For the last 2 years, I've been walking because my car broke down. And they sitting and laughing at me and ridiculing me. And then you turn around and it looks like I'm getting punished. But I love you. Yeah, been there. Kill him. Do something to him. But does he? Nah. Before I could finish doing all of my prayer and my vindictive prayer and my vengeful prayer, God turned around. He said, I love you. He said, He said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. He said, tell you what, I bet they don't touch you. I bet they don't do nothing to you. If God be for you, if he be for you, who can be against you? And I walked. And he showed me his power. I walked. They ain't said nothing to me. They didn't do nothing to me. They might have said some things behind my back, but they sure didn't say them to my face. But I walked. And God blessed me. You know what I'm saying? Still blessed me. Didn't worry about bills and all of that. Didn't worry about jobs and all of that. God blessed me. Took care of me. Takes care of me now. And those reassurances keep me from acting out on some vengeance. I'm praying a vengeful prayer. Also, God shows me my enemies. When a person 9 out of 10 times is being or doing something vindictive to you, they got a problem with themselves that they need to look at. They need to check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you got to run around and badmouth somebody because somebody don't want to be with you or somebody's not people-pleasing you or doing what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? They're not following your little lead. They're not all attentive to your conversation, what you're talking and what you're supposed to be about, then, hey, you got a problem. You know, so I don't need to try to fix you. You know what I'm saying? I need to concentrate on me and God. But that right there, you know what I'm saying? I seen God. I seen God make my enemy my footstool. That's the beautiful thing about getting older. I've seen him. I've seen him do it. When you see him do it, you don't worry about that. Because what the dude did, all I do is surrender him to God. All I did was gave him to God. So I'm going to say that, and then I want to say this to wrap this up. Okay, so I don't have a problem with Psalms 109. But like I told you, he was real. Be real. God, how you gonna be fake with God? That's the thing about it. How you gonna be fake with God? God knows your heart. He knows what's in your heart, what's in your head, what's in your mouth, what's on the tip of your tongue, what you really want to say. He knows your thoughts for real. Why he let serial killers and all that, because I can hear the atheists and all of, oh, well, if he knows your thought, why he let these kids, he let the gunman go and shoot into school and stuff like that. I said, he knows our thoughts. He knows the killer's thoughts. He knows those things. If the killer's not totally just over the brain and everything, he done flipped over to Satan. Other than that, he knows. But he allowed us to have control. He allows us to learn things that we don't know that we're going to learn. We don't know how our faith is going to be tested. That's what I can say. That's why I said when I get to heaven, I got a whole lot of questions I want to ask. I just pray that he allows me to ask. And I think when I get to heaven, I'm not going to want to ask anything because I'm just going to behold him. Just to be in his presence is going to be enough for me. But like I said, I don't have a problem with that because it's truthful. And now let me come to my conclusion. And I want to wrap this up. And I want to say this. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And some people say it so nonchalant that it is excused of its importance. But this is very important. And take this to the grave. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And when he says it, he means it. He means I will take care of your enemies. When he said he'll make your enemies your footstool. And I want to say this. I wasn't going to say it because I'm not, I'm not into all that racist stuff. But, somebody unfriended me, unfollowed me today on Twitter. And I think it was because I said something pertaining to God, which I didn't say it in a hurtful way. They were saying something about God, whatever. And I told them thank you. And then I said something else. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. A lot of people want to say that I'm black. African American, Negro, I'm black. I'm studying a lot of black history and African American history and whatever, and the slavery. I'm watching a lot of those things, documentaries and stuff. A couple of friends around me, they name things, tell me about hidden colors and different things like that, and the library and stuff like that. So anyway, I don't want to get off the subject. So people are quick to say that this is my personal opinion. This is not in a YouTube documentary, none of that. A lot of people are quick to say that the white people gave black people Jesus. That's the main thing I see throughout a lot of the documentaries. And didn't no white person, and the only person that gave me Jesus was my mother. My mother told me about Jesus, and my auntie, which really was my cousin, she told me about it. You know what I'm saying? My people told me about a Jesus that they knew. As I got older and I went through trials and tribulations and tests that I didn't even, test from tests. You know what I'm saying? Through life's trials and tribulations, through drinking, being sober, being drunk, all of those things like that, and having kids, you know what I'm saying? All of these type of things. I found a God that I call God. I found a Jesus that I call Jesus. I know what I know about Jesus. And then I want to say this. I studied a little bit of Buddhism. I seen Fuism. Your boy, the Chinese man, you know what I'm saying, yin and yang and karma and the Indians way when you die and you come back as a cow or whatever, Muslim, Judaism, Hinduism, you know, all the faiths. I looked at them. I looked at all of them because I was like, oh my God, no, I can't just believe in God, no Jesus. Can't no man just come from no woman. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not going to get real deep because I don't want to be real long and I don't want to get off my path of praying for your enemies. But like I said, I studied all of them. I made a choice. I made a choice on what to believe and what not to believe. And my choice, my choice, Buchanan's choice is Jesus and the Bible. Because I tried all of those things and they didn't fulfill any promises. But when I read the Bible and it talked about this person named Jesus, whose mother was Mary, whose father was God, not no Joseph, father was God, I found it interesting. And then I started reading further and he said, test me. I'm like, all the other, I ain't heard nobody, all the other little so-called guys talking about that. He said, test me. You don't believe that I'm real? Test me. So I tested him. And he made my enemies my footstool when I didn't put my hands on people. And like I said, I had a chick. I'm going to tell you the story real quick about enemies. Before I proceed, let me say this because I want to wind this up and come to an end because I don't like being long. So let me say this real quick. Of all the other religions and stuff like that, people have made a choice on what they want to believe. Atheists are always quick to say something against Christianity, Jesus Christ. Why, I don't know. But question all the other faiths. If you're going to question Christianity, question all the faith. What proof do you have that they exist? Even with Hinduism and all of those. Don't people die? Don't people get shot? Don't people get killed? Aren't they in countries that are starving to death and we're in 2018? So what God are you choosing? You know, even though you're saying you're atheist, what would you choose to be your God? What do you consider? The guy asked something about good. Thank you, Jesus. He was talking about God's supposed to be good. So why is it you be obedient to God and stuff like that and yet bad things still happen to you? What do you term as good? What is your good? Is it good like I told him? Him, her, whatever, because, you know, we don't know. Some people, you know what I'm saying, what's on the, you know, if it's, you know, some people, you got cartoon characters. Some people, you don't even have nobody. You know what I'm saying? On my criminal case thing, they got me as a man. So I got to learn how to change my character. But my thing is this, and I heard this pastor say it. I was listening to the radio one day, and this pastor said it, and it was cold, but I'm not going to get into the story right now because I don't want to get off, I don't want to get defocused. But like I said, all so-called beliefs, faith beliefs, people that believe in their God or their whatever they want to choose, is it not deaf? Is it not understanding there? Whose belief is perfect? And getting back to the main subject is, like I said, what do you define as good? Isn't it considered good if a horse breaks its leg and it's laying there suffering? It can't get up anymore. Isn't it good to go ahead and shoot that horse in the head so that it can end its suffering? So what do you term good? So, hello, he unfollowed me. I'm not a people pleaser. I don't do that no more. So unfollow, delete. I mean, do what you have to that you don't have to listen to me. It doesn't matter. So getting back to where I was going. God said, I'll make your enemies your footstool. And he has done that for me on numerous occasions. Like I said, the one guy, he hated me. He disappeared, you know. I was working this job. We made muffler pipes. You know what I'm saying? And out here in Newburgh, I worked. I was a land leader. I fed the pipes. I fed the pipes in. You got paid by production. They need 100, and you did more than that, you got paid per piece. Yeah, that's what I used to do. I feed them in there, scratches and stuff all on my arm. So, I'm going to tell you the story. I got a lot of them. I'm getting ready to write a book. Bestseller. So, I'm working this job. This is real talk. I'm talking real talk. I'm not talking play. I'm talking real talk. I'm talking serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking serious. And the point I'm making is not taking stuff into your hand, not going out here and retaliate. Somebody kill your family, you killing them. Not getting deep with that. Put it in God's hand. Call the police. Don't be running around taking stuff in your hand because you can't go to jail. You can go to prison for a long time. Bob or somebody else might not go a long time, but you might go forever. So trying to do stuff on your own, it don't count. Then you want to sit there talking about, ooh, God, why me? Hello. Didn't he say vengeance is mine? So getting back to the story. So I worked this job. I was a land leader and everything like that. This was probably 89, probably 87, something like that. Probably, yeah, 87, 86, 87, something like that. Yeah, well, probably 1989. Because when was it? Nah, shoot. Anyway, y'all know I used to drink, so it's 90-something. Because I ended up working with this chick again. So I'm 90-something. So anyway, yeah, about 1990, 98, somewhere like that. So anyway, I worked at this place. And, yeah, I worked at this place at the company. And it was this one chick. You know what I'm saying? She would always, you know what I'm saying, one of them, she had her little boots on because we worked in a factory. She got a walker. She got a switch everywhere she goes. So, oh, Lord Jesus. You know how when you got to put something on your man, you start thinking about how it was, you know what I'm saying? And it's giving you some more of my character, how I am, how I was. So. There was a guy, and I never in my life will forget him. His name was Bruce. The girl that, just for the emphasis of the story, so you're not saying, now, what color was they? What happened? Who was it? All of that. Color does matter when you're reading a story. You don't want to what it was, the birthday was. So, you know what I'm saying, building the character. She was black, and Bruce was white. And so, talking about evil. People treating you, you do good to people, and they treat you good with unkindness. And so anyway, she would always walk around and switching and stuff like that. So Bruce is considered retarded. And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't really tell. He worked there and he worked at McDonald's part-time. And he had a little blue car, one of them little old-timey, like a Volare or something, little old-timey little car he would drive. And so, you know, I was always kind of proud of him. You know what I'm saying? I would speak to him, and he really didn't want to speak to you. He's real quiet, you know, not really trusting. But he did, you know, not that people look retarded, but you know what I'm saying? He did, I couldn't see, you know, that. And so one day, you know, I noticed that every time, like when lunchtime come, this chick, she always would run over there, and she would drive his car and paddle everybody in it, mostly men, and take them to go to lunch. And so I'm looking at this, you know, but hey, shut up. But, you know, I peeped it. So I'm like, okay, shut up. So you don't forget now, my mother raised a child with a large head, and it was a monoloid in our house. And then we had another kid that was ADHD and ATT and everything. I mean, so we had them in the household. So, you know, when I was young, I was raised around them. Until I was, 18, 19. We had little Richard Robin and Leon Shelton, Richard Nunley, and Robert Harrison. Let's make the story real. So, you know, I'm not playing. So, anyway, this one particular day, you know, I pulled up on Bruce because, you know, I was like, shut up, Jenna, shut up. But I'm like, I've seen it too many times. So I pulled up on Bruce, you know, trying to get close to him because I knew that he was protective. You know what I'm saying? I had talked to some more people and they told me that, you know, he is considered retarded and they let him work for the company. He's a good worker and that he drives his own car. So I went to him and I'm like, woo woo, you know, oh, you drive your car? It's a nice little car, whatever, you know. And I said, well, you know, your parents, you know what I'm saying, you let people drive your car? Aren't you kind of concerned with whatever? And he was like, yeah, I'm not supposed to let people drive my car. My mom and them would say something basically, but you know what I'm saying? He's saying that, you know, but, you know, like I said, oh, okay, you know. So I already see she's taking advantage of him because she knows he's retarded and the other idiots are following her lead. So you know, I finished talking to him. You know what I'm saying? I told, you know me. Take my grandbaby and say, Granny, gonna say something. I told him, I said, don't let nobody drive your car. If you're not supposed to let somebody drive your car, I'm gonna tell what I said. Yeah, I said it. Don't let nobody drive your car. Don't let nobody bully you. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with it, you can go to the boss and one of them and they'll do it. You know, because I found there too, didn't nobody like her because they knew what she was doing, but nobody was geared up to say anything. So I'm working at my machine. I'm going to say this real quick because I don't want to talk about it because it hurt me. So I'm working at my machine. And when I worked at my machine, I'm in a corner like this. You know, you're in a little corner like this. So I was, you taking the hot muffler part and it comes off the machine and then you got to cool it down. So I'm in this little spot. So something like, turn around. So when I turned around, the chick that I'm talking about, she's coming for me. She coming for me fast. So if she's coming for me, by that time, you know, the spirit already told me to turn around. What David and Saul. It was a David and Saul moment. So I turned around. Like I said, I'm in this little corner. So if she had something, I would have been done. So I'm in the corner. So she's coming at me. So, you know, I'm turning around. And it shocked her because I turned around real fast. That's what I told you about turning slow and turning fast. So I turned around on her so fast, she seen me. So she's coming. All of a sudden, God is my witness. I'm telling you, I was in a little booth, right? I done turned around like this, and she's coming because she got to come like a little highway. So she's coming. She got about from her. You feel me? She got about from right here, arm's length. About arm's length. A little further. She got there, and she's coming. All of a sudden, a white man jumped straight in between them. Said, get back over there where you belong. And I'm so shocked that I'm like, where did he come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? She turned around, and she marched back over real quick. And then he turned around to me. He was a supervisor. And he turned around to me, and he was like, yeah, don't nobody like her anyway. So what happened was she seen me. They told me what happened. She seen me talking to Bruce, and she knew she wasn't going to get, she figured he probably told her she couldn't get no ride. So, because that's what she was doing. She was watching him so she could manhandle him. So, she knew I talked to him, so it's like I'm going to come at her and get on her. What you doing, saying to him, whatever. Woo up. But that's my nature. I don't like seeing people taken advantage of. Like I said, that's me. I don't like to see children suffer. That's why I want to build a church so I can have the kids be at a place where they will be in safety, where they can take and learn a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Play games, innocent games, sports, and fulfill their dreams. So that's what my goals are. But all people, not no particular people, all people. And like I said, though, yeah, right then and there, it ended too. You know, sometimes it takes one person to say something when you see something wrong. And after that, he didn't let her drive anymore. And I noticed after that, too, his parents ended up coming every now and then on the job, you know. And so that was a beautiful thing. But she didn't speak to me. So get to the point, Janice. How is that your enemy, your footstool? Well, do tell. One day, I was walking up near Barrett. I was coming from somewhere, from the, I was coming from the clinic, if the truth be told. So I'm walking. So all of a sudden, as I'm walking, somebody's walking, you know, this chick started walking at the same pace I am. So I'm looking at her, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know I got issues. So I'm trying to figure out, like, who is she? And she walking, then she started talking, who is hot out here, is it? So all of a sudden it came to, man, this is the heifer that hate me that was getting ready to come up and try to kill me. So she's tired. I'm letting her talk, you know, who was hiding all that. So, you know, I'm watching her, but I'm like, I don't think she knew who I was. So I played it out. So turn around. I kid you not. That's how good God made it. She could have came up to me and tried to do something or whatever. I guess she knew who I was. I believe she did, because later on after we talked, she kept saying, I know you from somewhere, whatever. So anyway, enemy ended up being your footstool. She's friendly. This 2017, last year, I'm working at this company out here, Riverport. Who comes in and smiling? I swear to God to you. She came in smiling. Still the same character and everything, except all of her hair is great now. She always kept her hair cut short. It's great. She came in, looked at me, and smiled. We was in the break room, and she smiled. And I just smiled at her, you know, and I'm just looking at her. So, not only will God make your enemy your footstool, he will, I'm trying to think of the word, not punish them, renewing them a clean spirit. Because she could have been still ran around being loud and boisterous and all that, which I heard she's still into that, messing with different dudes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I don't gossip, I do when I was learning to be friendly. You know, I had some cool friends, 2 friends at the last job. You know what I'm saying? I just seen the other one the other day over here at Family Dollar. So, Dollar General. So I made some good friends, you know. And like I said, though, the lady smiled at me. And like I said, not only will God take and make your enemy your footstool, but he'll clean up their heart and their spirit. You know what I'm saying? And so she speaks to me when she sees me. You know what I'm saying? We don't say each other's name or nothing like that. She know who I am. I know who she is. But God changed her. You know what I'm saying? She did. She looked much friendly. She was a friendlier looking person. You know what I'm saying? She still had a walk and everything. But you know what I'm saying? And so I love that about God. So like I said, I'm summing it up. I'm at 46.53. So like I said, how do I know the God that I serve? I know him for myself. I don't know nothing about who gave you what, who did what. But I know my mama introduced me to him. And then I introduced myself to the God that I know. The God that I know is the God that the devil don't want me to tell you. Shut up, Satan. He don't want me to tell you. But let me tell you what. I don't listen to what people tell me about Jesus. I pick up the book, and I might not know it all, and I'm picking it up now, but I had read it a couple of times for myself. I didn't just sit back and let somebody start telling me about Jesus and God. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get it verbally. I read some things. Let me see, because I'm inquiring. Let me find out, what does he do? What does he do? Well, who is Ruth? You know, First Chronicles and Job. You know what I'm saying? The Old Testament and the New Testament. Let me see. I start looking at some stuff and I start listening. And God blessed me to be around some real good preachers that like to teach you about the Bible. Not just preach the Bible, but I've been around some powerful teachers. So I know him for myself. And I really got real personal relationship with him when I was in the streets and they start shooting at the car. Because some idiot that I was riding with decided to do some road rage and cuss out somebody. So therefore, they came back and they shot up some cars. But the guy that I know, when I was drinking and I was drunk and should have been shot and dead, he saved me. I don't know yet, but a whole lot of people probably got shot and killed that day. Some babies died. Some people didn't wake up. But I know I lived. I lived through that. I've been in a couple of scrapes like that. But the guy that I know it was his hand. And like I told you before, if you look at some of my old tapes, I was working at a job one time. And that guy was coming out the alley. And I'm talking about things that was witnessed. You see on Facebook where cars flipped up in the air and all this stuff. People like, hey, I'm not one of them people to doubt. At one story, though, the man said a hand came and got him. We don't know about that one. But other than that, That van was coming through the alley, and I was coming. We rolling near Church of Damn, and that everything we should have been hit. I'm talking about we was like this, and I came through that alley, and she was bang, and everybody came running. Oh my God, how y'all hurt? How you hurt? I said, well, wait a minute, we didn't hit, cause I scared it. You know what I'm saying? I stopped real fast, and she stopped real fast, so you could just hear it. But we did not hit. And everybody said, the people standing like, y'all didn't, we could have sworn. That's God. Who was it? Satan? Satan's, oh yeah, it was Satan. It wasn't God. It was Satan. Oh no, it was good luck. That was good luck. That's what it was. That was good luck, girl. That's all that was. That was good luck. That's why y'all didn't hear that. That's good luck. This Bible, when it talks about that Jesus, my Jesus don't have no color. My Jesus don't have no color. He was running around in the sun, but he don't have no color. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at that. I look at his power. I look at whatever you said, can you do what you said? And what I heard him say in here, he does. He said, I protect you from your enemies. He said, I protect you from harm. He said, I put a fence up around you if you follow me and you believe in me. Yeah, people follow Satan and believe in him. But hey, God's so awesome that he gives you choices. He gives you choices. If you want to be evil, you can be evil. Who can do it but God? That's how awesome he is. You want to be evil? You want to go out here and you want to stab people? You want to shoot people? You want to kill people? You want to rape babies? You want to rape women? Freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. But the Bible also says this. It says that a day shall come and you will answer. You will answer. You're going to answer for what you did. Well, I'm dead. How you going to do something to me if I'm already dead? All I'm going to do is die. Are you? You can't even guarantee that you're going to wake up the next day. You can't even guarantee that your life will last you the next 24 hours. So how you going to say that there's no afterlife? There's no awakening after death. There's no heaven and there's no hell. But according to your faith, according to your belief, I believe. Woo! Because I know, I don't believe. I'm not going to pretend like, I'm going to walk the streets of gold, because that's what I love about, according to my belief. I'm not going to worry about walking those streets of gold, but just to behold him, you know. And the man made references to being good and bad. And that's where a lot of people get it misunderstood. And I had a pastor, he broke it down, but basically, it's your heart. It is some action behind your faith. You don't just run around here doing evil. So it is some works involved in your belief. He said, unless you confess with your mouth, you won't be saved. You confess with your mouth. You don't always have to be baptized and dipped in water. What if no water's around? You can't be saved? Come on now. Some people overthink things, you know what I'm saying? And get too holy. You know what I'm saying? People too holy. You know, that's why so many people, I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, like I said, God is the judge of everybody. I'm going to say that and keep it real. God is the judge. God is the judge. Man is not the judge of nobody. You don't tell us to stop loving somebody because of certain things that they do. He tell us to love people and let him change them. You don't tell us to go around and put your hand on them and change them. You can pray for a person. You know what I'm saying? And if they're doing something that they're really not comfortable with, then yeah, if they want you to pray that, offer them, then do that. But if somebody is saying they're comfortable with whatever they are and what they're doing, turn them over to God. And let God work on people. Don't hate nobody. We push so many people out of church. Because, she came into church with a short dress on. Ooh, those are two women. Didn't they touch? Didn't they kiss? Why they sitting next to each other? Who are you to judge? Who died and made you God? You are not God. You can't judge somebody's sexual preferences and stuff like that. That's why people are running out here and they sinning and they killing themselves. because society is not accepting them. The church is not accepting them. The so-called good Christians is not accepting them. And then you want to sit back when somebody killed themselves and say, ooh, they going to go straight to hell. Now, you already said they was going to hell because they was homosexual. Now they killed themselves. They're going to hell too. So what is it? Are they going to hell for that? Are they going to hell for the other? What about eating pork? What about all the other sins in the Bible? What about thinking, a married person thinking about laying in the bed with another woman or another man? The thought is considered a sin. What about being stoned? Oh, now we only going to take some of the Old Testament. We're not going to take all of it. We're going to take some of the New Testament. We're going to use that. But now, let's go to the New Testament. Now, let's not touch Leviticus. The Lord spake to Moses, saying, speak to Aaron as his son, saying, this is the ritual of the sin offering. The sin offering shall be slaughtered before the Lord. Okay, we don't do that no more. Thank you, Jesus. That's how quick and that's how good God is. He took me there to Leviticus 6:1. 6:1, what is it? Leviticus 6, verse 24. They were slaughtering things. So do we need to still kill? Just love God. Just love him. And let him lead you on the path that you need to go. But don't judge the people. You know what I'm saying? Let's not judge people. My goal is not to push people out of the church. I want to bring them in. I don't care if you walk, limp, crip, whatever you wear. You know, dress pants. I don't care. God loves you and so do I. Come to church. Come and get to know him for yourself. Don't come and get to know him because I'm running my mouth. Because come and know him for yourself. And when you come, like a pastor told me, pick up the Bible for yourself. Pick up the Bible for yourself. I used to go to church. I didn't carry a Bible because I would lose them. I used to go and I get up and forget that I got the Bible with me. So I have a lot of Bibles at home. And like I said, he's teaching me and telling me to read it. So I can't give you what I don't have. I can't do it, you know. So God bless you and keep you. And like I said, I got a little long there, but like I said, that right there, I'm just passionate about it. And again, what I want to say is vote. I'm going to get a little deeper into that. While I do have you, let me bring that out real quick. I had a couple of unfollowers, and I'm going to say this in preferences so you will be prepared, because I'm going to keep coming at you on Tuesdays, God willing. Pretty soon I'm getting ready to change the agenda, and I'm going to come at you a little often. And like I said, I had some surprises, but like I said, some events showed up. And so, you know, I didn't get to it like I wanted to. But like I said, it's going to be some big changes coming because time is winding up. I'm making a commercial concerning crystal tier. So I'm making a commercial. I'm trying to get it together. But YouTube has changed so many things. You can't do what you used to do. You know, I can't manipulate some things like I used to. So that's what's holding me up. But I'm making a commercial, and I'm going to ask for donations because I'm building a church. I've been saying it in writing. So now I'm saying it to you verbally so you don't get it twisted. What I said in writing, I will say verbally. I'm building a church for God and for God's people and for the community where people are going to come together, whatever. We're going to come together and we're going to sit and we're going to talk about Jesus. We're going to talk about God, you know, from this Bible. And that's what I'm doing. I'm asking for donations. And like I said, I have a GoFundMe account, and that's what's been at the screen for the last 3 days. I'm trying to get it going, but I had problems trying to get my commercial going. Like I said, I'm going to have a lot of unfollowers. I'm going to have a lot of people a little pissed at me. So I'm going to come out and say that one. I plan on getting real God wants me to say some things to you about the voting thing. We need to get out and vote. I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody that's able to vote, I need you to get out here and vote. I was trying to get some voting papers. I have to set up to get that. I've been trying to get fundraisers. I had a cookbook fundraiser, but they talking about they want me to make the cookbook, and then I got to pay them to put it together. I'm trying to get money. How am I going to give you what I'm trying to get? You know, so that's not going to work. And then I'm waiting for some cards to come like this, where I will be selling. It's called the Greater Louisville Fundraising Card. Like you get discounts on the places you like to eat, like Burger King and so on. I'm waiting for some of these cards so I can sell them. I also have the T-shirts that I'm selling so I can get to church. I've seen a couple of churches, as you've seen. They're not cheap. Churches are not cheap. So, like I said, these are some fundraisers I'm getting, and I'm looking at more. But like I said, I want us to vote. I want to get more voting slips. I want people to take and check out the candidates. I'm probably going to end up posting some things pertaining to different different politicians and office leaders as such. I will be addressing that because May is voting time, and so before that, I want to get a lot of. I want to at least get 100 people registered. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a lot of people out there. I want people to get out there and vote so we can stop griping and running our mouths and stop letting anybody in. And if people are not doing anything that they said they were doing, why are you allowing them to stay in office? Bring them out. Yeah. I know it probably got some of you right there, didn't it? Oh, well, I can tell you some more things, too. Like, I reached out. My hand. Okay. Anyway, God said time's up. God bless you. God keep you. And have a wonderful, marvelous rest of this day. See you.